London, Colchester. London is known for its iconic landmarks like the London Eye, Big Ben, the Shard and Buckingham Palace. London is so iconic even their telephone boxes are recognisable. Meanwhile, Colchester is known for having the longest rail platform and being the unhappiest area in the UK.
Excuse me sir, how do you feel about living in Colchester?
You know what? I hate the food. I hate you.
So as you can probably tell by now, London is a lot better than Colchester, which makes sense as London is bigger, richer, nicer and is the capital city of the UK. But what if I was to tell you, it wasn't always this way? In fact, at one point in time, Colchester was the capital of the UK and it was London that was in the back seat. This would be a total surprise to you if you haven't already read the title of this video, but to those who have, you may be asking, what happened? And luckily for you, after the intro, I'll be telling you why. There were many reasons as to why Colchester was chosen as the capital. For one, it is located on a hill, which made it easy to defend. Ask any primitive raider how they feel about hills and their response would be not good, to say the least. As well as that, Colchester is located next to the River Colne, which made it easier to trade with the rest of the world, which was Rome. With these factors, Colchester flourished under the Romans, with buildings being of Roman architecture, the city hosting a theatre and a circus, and multiple gates for the city walls, one of which can still be seen today, but in a less useful state. Things were going good until the year 60 to 61 AD, when a lady called Boudicca, who was the queen of the ancient British Iceni tribe, decided enough was enough and uprised against the Roman suppressors, who had done untold horrors to the native English and her family. She went on to siege Colchester, where she fought the Roman 9th Legion, led by Petilius Cerealis, a Roman general, where she and her forces wiped out nearly all the infantry, leading to Petilius and his cavalry to flee the siege. Cowards. After the siege, where she levelled Colchester to the ground, she then went on a massive killing spree, destroying many other towns in England at the time, including London. During this killing spree, the remaining Roman legions in England were deciding on how nice they'll be to Boudicca and her revolution. The conclusion they came up with was not very, so her victory soon came to an end after a battle with the Roman army led by Paulinus in the Midlands. However, the damage has already been done, and the event was obviously not good news for Colchester, as they had to rebuild from basically nothing, and even today, Colchester still looks like a dump. But that still doesn't answer the question. Why can't they just rebuild Colchester instead of moving it to London? Well, me with glasses and a nerdy accent, there were many other factors which came into account when they swapped the capitals. 1. Location. Sitting on the Thames River, London was more suited for being a large trade route to the rest of the world, Rome again, and it connected both sides of the River Thames, meaning that it was a vital link between both sides of the river. 2. Opportunity. Linking to the first factor I mentioned, having Roman England basically completely destroyed gave the Romans new opportunity to rebuild the previous towns and to move the capital somewhere else, not like there was anyone left to resist the change anyway. 3. History. Colchester had a very questionable history at best. It used to be a British tribal capital and was the heart of the previously mentioned rebellion by Boudicca, so moving the capital to somewhere not so linked to the barbaric native English was a good move for the Romans, who wanted the lands to be Roman. So there you have it, Colchester lost to London because Colchester was destroyed, but is there anything left of the old capital? Well, there's the previously mentioned Balkan Gate, which used to be one of the gates into Colchester. There's some Roman walls still standing after all this time, and an excavated field which they said used to be a Roman circus. So to those who didn't take history as a GCSE, not really anything interesting. But are there any plans to improve Colchester? Any way for the city to reclaim its former status? No. However, although Colchester will never be able to catch up back to London, it doesn't mean there isn't any plans for improvement. The Hive, a former industrial area and docking yard in Colchester, has seen a lot of infill development take place in the area ever since the docks closed in 2001. This regeneration of the area has seen the place become more developed, with student accommodations for the University of Essex exploding everywhere. As well as that, Stanway on the opposite side of Colchester has seen tremendous growth, with massive estates popping up and massive retail areas following suit. So there you have it, Colchester lost to London due to Boudicca's rebellion, and things such as location and geography. However, just like London, Colchester has been modernising from the closure of former industrial areas, and although scraping by, Colchester has recently reclaimed its title as a city in 2022, thanks to the Queen. See ya.